Check 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, FSN fans. Welcome to a broadcast from the USSSA Sports Complex, where we have a matchup between the Firecrackers and the Gators. The Firecrackers are the visiting team here. And first out drops, fires over, and catcher able to make the first out right there. That's Peyton Williamson. And the first out recorded there on a strikeout, drop third strike, and a throw down to first base where Haley Hirsch grabs it. That throw from Peyton. And we've got one out here. First one there fouled back, and second pitch right in there for strike two. So Avalo Fitzgerald working the circle up on the batter by a count of 0-2. And that one's going to get tapped right through the hole into center field. A nice base hit there by number 30. And the Firecrackers have their first runner on with one out. All right, next up to bat, the first lefty here for the Firecrackers, Wine. Wine swings and misses that pitch for a strike. And that one gets fouled to the screen. So we got a net backstop, so you might see the net coming into the shots here and there. Not much I can do about that. One of the challenges of working the camera here on a net backstop. All right, here we go. No balls, 2 strikes. And that one gets fouled to the screen again. And we stay here at 0-2. So bringing up to speed, the first batter struck out. Second batter for out number 2 on a drop third strike was thrown out of first base. And now we're here with the batter Wine on a count of 0-2. And there's a looking strike 3, and the Gators record the third out. All right, so here we are. Score is 0-0 with the Gators going to be coming up with their first at-bats here on the Florida Softball Network. If you haven't had an opportunity to subscribe yet on YouTube, we invite you to do so now. We've got 2 games today. We've got 2 games tomorrow going into single elimination bracket play on Monday. So if you subscribe, you'll be notified every time that we've got a game for you to tune into and watch. If you enjoy this game, give it a like, and we appreciate all the support. We're going to be right back to you once we reset the scoreboard here on FSN, your Florida Softball Network. To the bottom of the first we go in a scoreless game so far, with the Gators having their first at bats, and leading off is Avilo Fitzgerald. So far on a 1-ball, no strike count. And that one drops short to bring the count to 2-0. And that one's in there for a strike, grabs the outside part of the plate, and we're now 2-1. The 2-1 is fouled up and brings the count even to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes here on the leadoff batter, Avilo Fitzgerald. Working in the circle for the Firecrackers McCoy is Cameron. And the 2-2 is just inside to bring the count full. And here comes the payoff pitch from Cameron. And it's hammered but foul to the left side. And we're going to reset here once again to a full count of 3-2. Coming to you here from a sunny Viera, Florida, near the Space Coast. And that ball is going to drop short and allow the walk for Fitzgerald. All right, with the first batter, they're able to get Avilo on the base paths, and it brings up to bat now Cameron Solano. And Cameron watches the first pitch miss low outside for ball 1. And on the pitch, Fitzgerald on the run, makes it over to second base, and a successful stolen base there. And now the Gators have a runner in scoring position, and Solano on a 2-ball, no strike count. And Solano hits one high into the air over towards second base. Second baseman unable to field it. It drops. And now the Gators have runners at the corners. No, but the overthrow to the second baseman allows Cameron to advance. Good heads-up base running there, taking advantage of the throwing error. And now the Gators with runners at second and third and no outs. Now brings it up to bat, Fati. And Fati watches the first ball drop low. Nice block there by the catcher. Yeah, the count now 1-0. 1 ball, no strikes, no outs. Runners at second and third for the Gators. Next pitch is going to get hit over to second base, with second baseman unable to field it cleanly. And Fati able to make it over to first base. And Avilo Fitzgerald comes in from third. So now runners at the corners, and the Gators able to get their first run on the board. So a quick timeout here. And it looks like we're going to have a change of playing position. I see 2 players run into the dugout for the Firecrackers. And we'll see how they reset here defensively. Not sure if we're just going to have a change of infielders or if we've got a pitching change in the circle. So far, Cameron on 11 pitches. And all 3 batters so far for the Gators able to reach. All right, looks like it might have just been a defensive change. And now coming to bat is Kinsley Roman. Runners at the corners, no outs. And Kinsley about to have her first pitch from the pitcher, Cameron. Watches that one go low, it bounces. And an easy stolen base there for Fati. So the Gators now runners at second and third base, no outs. And the count 1-0. And that one's going to get low. It's going to give an opportunity for a stolen base there for Cameron as the ball makes its way towards the left side of the backstop. And now the Gators up by a score of 2-0. And runner at third base is Fonte. All right, so Kinsley looking at a 2-0 count, goes now 3-0, and another passed ball is going to allow Fati to jog in. And Gators now up 3-0. All right, so 3-0 count here for Kinsley. No runners on now. And the pitch from Cameron. And that misses for ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk there for Kinsley Roman. All right, brings up to bat now Kira Sherman. And Kira watches the first pitch miss outside for ball 1. Kinsley there at first base. Cameron gets the pitch and delivers. And that's going to be low for ball 2. And ball 3. So missing inside there. So some struggles right now for the pitcher Cameron. Looking to dial one up here on a 3-0 count. She does not want to walk another batter if possible. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. Just what she needed. And the count goes 3-1. So still hitter's count for Sherman. So no outs, runner at first here, count 3 balls, 1 strike. And that one gets blasted past the second base into center field. And Roman gonna advance just 1 base to second. And now the Gators with runners at first and second base. And no outs. All right, Addison Held now up to bat. You know, have her turn here. And that ball in there for a strike. And quickly, Addie finds herself behind in the count 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here. Addison's going to have to protect the plate. Here she's going to have her opportunity to run the base paths. And there's one that's going to get hit over to third base. Third baseman tags the runner. And the Firecracker is able to finally record their first out on a fielder's choice.
1-1-1.
Brings up to bat now number 7, Haley Hirsch. Runners at first and second. 1 out. And Haley steps in. She watches the first pitch. Miss low for ball 1, and runners able to steal with a double steal on there, and runners now in second and third. So an opportunity for Haley to grab some RBIs here if she can put the ball into the outfield. And that one misses. And we're at 2-0. Two balls, no strikes. And she watches that one in there for strike 1. All right, 2 balls, 1 strike. And that one is going to get hit right over to the shortstop, a line drive. And unfortunately, Gators not able to capitalize on any of that with a line drive to the shortstop, and the Firecracker is able to record the second out. And now up to bat is Reese Kennerson. Reese watches the first pitch miss low for ball 1. The pitch, swing and a miss there for 1-1. Just swung over that pitch. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that one grabs the outside part of the plate for 1-2. And the 1-2 is fouled back. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. The 1-2 is hit right over second base. A perfect base hit. That's going to score 2 runs. And a 2 RBI single there by Reese. Clutch hit there with 2 outs. All right, now up to bat, number 99, Kennedy Copeland. Her first pitch is fouled for strike 1.
Can I have the charger? I think it has died because it keeps kicking me off. So I'm going to try to charge it. Oh.
Okay. I will. Amanda, maybe you could borrow, oh, you have it, the radio.
I know, but I'm having trouble
Connect that too?
it's not popping up on the
All right, to the bottom of the second we go. Still working the circle, Avalo Fitzgerald. Here comes the first pitch of that inning, and it's a swinging strike one. And second pitch in there for swinging strike two. That one's going to get fouled to the screen. And we stay at 0-2. All right, no balls, 2 strikes the count on the batter, McCoy. And Fitzgerald just misses outside. Looked like a good pitch. And when the count goes to 1-2. And there's a swinging strike three. And the Gators record their first out with Avalo striking out McCoy. I'm going to fix that scoreboard for you. Sorry about that. So busy with the cameras. Didn't get that reset into the top of the second inning. And there we go. We got that fixed. All right, now up to bat is Carcefaro, who watched strike one there. The next pitch from Fitzgerald is right down the river for strike two. And Carcefaro now down on the count, 0-2. And the next pitch from Fitzgerald is a swinging strike three, and Carcefaro goes down on 3 pitches. So now 2 outs recorded by the Gators. Here at the top of the second, brings up to bat Morgan. Fitzgerald gets the pitch, comes set in the circle, and the delivery misses inside for ball one. Fitzgerald on 22 pitches. Here comes pitch 23. And that one's going to miss outside. And it brings the count even now to 1-1. All right, here comes the next pitch by Fitzgerald. And there's a swing and a miss for strike two. And now Fitzgerald up on the batter by a count of 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And that one misses high for 2-2. All right, we're at all deuces here in the top of the second inning with a count of 2-2 and 2 outs. And here comes the 2-2 pitch. And a swinging strike three. We move into the bottom of the second inning. And now coming up to bat is Peyton Williamson. And the first pitch from Williamson is fouled off to the right side, now to play for strike one. And another one fouled back to the screen. And now the count, I believe, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one's going to get hit over towards short. Short fires over to first base. And the Firecrackers able to record their first out here of the bottom of the second inning. Now brings to bat Luca Hansberger for her first at bat of the game. And Luca hits the first one over the backstop screen. And steps back in now with an 0-1 count. And that one's going to fall short to bring the count to 1-1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one misses to bring the count to 2-1. Looking for the 2-1 delivery. And on the outside part, but fouled off the plate and off the batter in the box, and we go to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Luca Hansberger at bat. Gators up by a score of 5-0 here at the bottom of the second inning. And she manages to hold back on that one. And the count goes full. All right, here comes the payoff pitch. And grabs the top part of the strike zone and a looking strike 3. And Luca goes down there.
Now batting, number 10, Avalo.
All right, well, that flips the lineup now for the Gators. And Avalo Fitzgerald comes up to bat. Avalo recorded a walk in the first inning. Now taking her at bat here in the second. Watches the first pitch miss for ball 1 on the inside. All right, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. And that one is hit hard over into right field. It's going to fall in. It's going to make its way all the way to the fence. Fitzgerald is hustling round second, comes around to third. He's going to hold up at third and watch the throw come in. And a triple there by Avalo Fitzgerald.
Now batting, number 6, Cameron.
Nice hit there, finds the gap between the center fielder and the right fielder. And on these turf fields, The ball just bounces and rolls all the way to the fence. They have to run out, retrieve it, throw it in as quick as they can, and with the fast wheels of able to make it all the way over to 3. So with 2 outs now, another run for the Gators just 60 feet away, and Cameron Solano comes up to bat. And Cameron hits the first one over towards a diving third baseman who's unable to field it. I think if she had let that one go, the shortstop probably had a play on that ball.
Number 3, Fati.
And with that, Cameron able to record an RBI, and the Gators go up on the Firecrackers by a score of 6-0. Now coming up to bat, Fati. So Fati steps up now, and we're going to fix the scoreboard, make this score 6-0. And that one is going to bounce off the turf there in front of the catcher. A nice stop at least, but runner able to advance Solano from first to second. And now another runner in scoring position for the Gators. And Fonte an opportunity here for an RBI if she can blast one into the gap. That one's going to miss outside for another ball. So the count now 3 balls, no strikes. And that one is going to get fouled off of Fati's foot there. Shake that one off. The count goes now 3-1. We got a timeout. Sure. Oh, Cameron's tying her shoes over there at second base. So I guess it's 2-1. Yeah, it was 3-1. All right, very good. So Fonte is on now with the walk. And now runners at first and second brings Kinsley Roman to the plate. All right, coach for the Firecrackers is coming out of the dugout, calls timeout. So we're coming to you from the USSSA Space Coast Complex here in Vieira, Florida. It's a sunny day, high supposed to be in the low 90s. Not quite there yet as it's still 8:32 in the morning here. But you can definitely feel the potential of another hot day as Florida cranks up the heat moving into the summer. All right, so 2 outs. Runners at 1 and 2.
Now batting, number 31, Kinsley.
And Kinsley ready to step in to see what damage she can do here to the Firecrackers. Waiting for the umpire to come back around. There's a couple of words here with the batter. All right, Kinsley steps up. Here we go. First pitch misses outside for ball 1. Next pitch misses once again for ball 2. All right, 2 balls, no strikes. Runner at second, Cameron Solano. Over at first base is Fatima Masri, Kinsley Roman here at the plate. And Kinsley watches that one miss inside to bring the count to 3-0. All right, 3 balls, no strikes here for Roman. See if she has the green light or she's got to take. And that pitch is in there for strike 1. So I'm sure take sign was there. That was right down the middle. But still batter's count here at 3-1. And that's going to miss outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded now with 2 outs. All right, and we got a timeout once again by the Firecrackers. It looks like we're going to have a change of pitcher. So I see. All right, here we go. Kira Sherman steps up. Bases loaded. And let's see what we've got here from Shelton for her first pitch of her outing today. And that one's going to roll. Slips out a little bit early, out of the hand. Rolls over towards home plate. And Sherman up now, 1 ball, no strikes. And that pitch is going to get hit high over the backstop screen. And the count goes to 1-1. One ball, 1 strike here. And that one just outside for 2-1. And that pitch is hoisted over the third baseman's head. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. And it looks like they are going to get the out at third base, but not before 2 runs are able to score. So Roman, trying to make it from first to third, gets thrown out. But 2 runs come across the plate before then. Brings our score now to 8-0. As the Firecrackers able to record that third and final out, we move into the top of the third here on the Florida Softball Network. All right, top of the third inning we go to. And up to bat is Cameron, the starting pitcher. And first pitch from Avalo misses just high for ball 1. Fitzgerald delivers the next one right down the middle there for strike 1. All right, so 1-1 now the count. There comes the 1-1. And there's strike 2. And there's strike 3, but it gets dropped. A little toss over to first base. And the Gators able to record their first out here in the top of the third inning. So drop third strike, thrown over to first base, records the out. All right, now coming up to bat for the Firecrackers is Ulstad. And Ulstad watches the first pitch for strike 1. Nice pitch there by Fitzgerald. right on the outside part of the plate. And the 0-1, the changeup fouled. Nice changeup there. And quickly Allstead down to the count 0-2. And here comes the 0-2. And this is just low for 1-2. Nice idea there. Does not bait the swing. And the count goes to 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2. And there's a swinging strike 3. All right. Nice pitching there by Fitzgerald, working the zone and changing speeds. Records the second out on Allstead. And now comes up to bat number 39, Jimenez. The first pitch to Jimenez is swung, but going to land foul. And the count now 0-1 on that long strike. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. The Gators up on the Firecrackers by a score of 8-0. Jimenez steps in on the 0-1. And that one is going to get fouled off basically to the same spot. So Jimenez making contact. And the count goes 0-2. And once again, fouled off to the left side. And we reset 0-2 once again. And there's the swinging strike 3. And Avila records another strikeout here against the Firecrackers. It's the bottom of the third. The Gators up on the Firecrackers by a score of 8-0 in this 90-minute game. First up to bat, number 12, Addison Held for the Gators. She watches the first pitch miss high for ball 1. Here comes the 1-0. And that one is hit, but just foul to the third base side. And count at 1-1. All right, 1 ball, 1 strike here on Held. And she watches that one, holding back for 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Now the count. The 2-1 is hit over to short. Shortstop fields it, fires over to first, and Held thrown out there to record the first out.
Now batting, number 7, Haley.
Now coming up to bat, number 7, Haley Hirsch. Haley 0 for 1 today after the line drive to the shortstop in the first inning. And swings at that low pitch for 0-1. And that one just misses outside to bring the count to 1-1. And there's a swinging strike 2. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes here on the batter, Haley. And that one's going to get just past third base, and Haley's going to reach. Haley finds the gap there between the third baseman and shortstop, and a single there, a 1-out single, gets Haley on the base paths. All right, now to bat Reese Kennerson coming up. And that one's going to miss way high. He's going to allow Haley to get over to second base. And Reese now going to be on a 1-0 count. So Force now taken off of second base. No opportunity for the double play on the wild pitch. And here comes the 1-0. Right down the river there for 1-1. And now run right down the middle once again. And so 2 pitches there right down the middle. Kennerson looking for something different, I guess. Looking for exactly what she wants here. Steps in now with 1 and 2, and they need to protect. Let's see what she can do. Haley had a 2-strike count on her as well when she got her hit. And there's one that's going to get chopped over to third base. But Haley there with some smart base running, holds up between second and third, does not run into the tag, and Reese with that hit, although getting out, is able to advance Haley into scoring position now with 2 outs. All right, up to about now, number 99, Kennedy. The pitch to Kennedy is going to get hit over towards third base. She'll throw across the diamond, and they'll record the 3rd out. So good work there by the Firecrackers to keep any runs from scoring. We're going to move now into the top of the 4th. Score remains Gators 8, Firecrackers 0 here on FSN. This game, Avila Fitzgerald so far on 39 pitches. So the first pitch of the top of the 4th is going to be her 40th pitch. And to bat at that ball is going to be McCoy, who's 0 for 1 today. And first pitch misses high for ball 1. All right, here comes the 1-0. And that is going to miss just low for 2-0. All right, McCoy steps in, 2-0 count, and a swing and a miss for strike 1. 2-1 is a bunt, fielded by the third baseman. Able to outrun it is McCoy. Roman just not able to close in fast enough from third base. And McCoy now able to get on. With no outs, the Firecrackers have a runner on. So fast wheels there from McCoy. Able to get on with the bunt. And Shelton now up to bat. Watches the first pitch miss for ball 1. And on the pitch, it gets past the catcher, and Shelton now able to get into second base. All right, so 1 ball, 1 strike here, the count. Runner at second base with no outs. Firecrackers looking for an opportunity to get their first run across with a runner in scoring position. And that one's in there for strike 2. Brings the count even now to 2-2. And the 2-2 is right there for strike. Nope, misses just outside. All right, well, looked like it grabbed the outside part of the plate. So instead, it moves into a count of 3-1. All right, 3 balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. And there's a swinging. It was on 2 strikes. All right, so game changer a little bit behind as I'm looking at that. And that is a strike 3. And the Gators able to record their first out there. Avalo doing a great job in the circle. So that froze the runner McCoy, unable to advance on the Shelton strikeout. Now brings Damon up to bat. Damon hits the first one over to short, picks it up, guns to first, and the Gators able to record their second out. And the Firecrackers now able to get a runner, McCoy, over to third base, just 60 feet away from scoring their first run. All right, but with 2 outs, the Gators going to try to prevent that. Try to see if they can get out of the top of the 4th without any damage. Looking to knock in that run is going to be Wine, now up to bat. And she hits the first one right over the pitcher, but shortstop there, and a low throw allows Wine to reach, and more importantly, McCoy to cross, and the Firecrackers are able to finally get a run on the scoreboard. So a throwing error there. Allows Wine to reach, and the Firecrackers to score their first run. And the next one is hit to the shortstop again. Another low throw, but this time Hirsch able to pick it and record the third out. So we're going to move now into the bottom of the 4th inning. The Gators up now by a score of 8-1. Firecrackers able to get 1 run on the board so far. And Gators going to look for an opportunity to get that run back plus some more. Well, you're watching the Florida Softball Network. We're in a 90-minute game here. If you're enjoying the game, please give it a like. And if you're not subscribed to the channel as yet, we invite you to subscribe to the Florida Softball Network to catch all the action here on this channel. We've got one more game immediately following this one. Coming to you from the USSSA Space Coast Complex in Vieira, Florida. It's located in Central Florida, very, very near the Kennedy Space Center. It's going to be a launch Monday morning at 7:30. Looking forward to seeing if we're going to have an opportunity to see that. Hopefully no delays, and the rocket will go, and we'll be able to watch that while we're up here. So something kind of cool for our teams participating in this tournament. We're going to reset the scoreboard here. We'll come back to you again. Gators 8, Firecrackers 1 on your Florida Softball Network. Bottom of the fourth inning, Peyton Williamson now coming up to bat here with the Gators up by a score of 8-1. And the first one's going to get hit over towards the second base rather, and it throws over to first base. And on one pitch, the Firecrackers are able to record their first out here of the top of the fourth, or rather the bottom of the fourth. All right, now coming up to bat, Luca Hansberger. The first pitch to Luca is lifted right over second base to the center fielder, and a great base hit there by Luca.
There you go, there you go.
And the Gators flip the lineup. And now coming up to bat, Avelo Fitzgerald, who's 1 for 1. Reached on a walk and then a hit in the second inning, a triple. All right, the 1-0 pitch is going to be called strike one. And on the pitch running was Hansberger. So now Luca over at second base in scoring position. The count now 1-1 on the batter, Avelo. That one's going to miss low and inside. Running on the ball hitting the turf is Luca, and she's got another stolen base. And now the Gators looking to get that run back that they gave away at the top of the fourth, just 60 feet away from home plate with Luca and Avelo at the plate on a 3-0 count. The 3-0 misses way high. I guess there was a strike in there. Sorry, so now 3-1. Here comes the 3-1. And that misses high. All right, so there we go. Felt that walk coming, just a little premature there. And now runners at the corners with one out for the Gators. Coming to bat now, Cameron Solano. Cameron's reached base on her last 2 plate appearances. She'll be looking at an opportunity to do that here. And she'll watch that one go inside for ball 1. And on the throw, Fitzgerald advances over into second base with a fielder's indifference. So quick, looks like a change of mitt potentially there for the catcher. Or it might have been a drink. But after that quick timeout, we're ready to come back into action here. And Cameron on a 1-ball, no strike count with just 1 out. That one misses high for 2-0. The 2-0 misses outside for 3-0. With just 1 out, Luca being conservative there at third. With Cameron having reached base for the last 2 plate appearances. Figure why risk it? Look for an opportunity to get hit in. There is no force at home. All right, here we go. 3 balls, no strikes, the count on Solano. And that misses high for ball 4. All right, bases are juiced here for Fatima Masri now coming up to bat. And that one just outside and high for ball 1. Bases loaded. 1 out. And Fati steps in on 1-0. And that one's hit into the air, just over to second base. Infield fly was on regardless. And the Firecrackers able to record an important second out with bases loaded. All right, now coming up to bat is Kinsley Roman. Bases loaded, an opportunity here if she can get the ball through into the outfield for the Gators to score some more runs here. Recorded some RBIs there for Kinsley. 2 outs, Firecrackers going to do their best to prevent that from happening. Here we come, the first pitch for the at-bat. That's going to miss high for ball 1. Your runners, Luca at third, Avalo at second, Cameron at first. The next pitch to Kinsley is fouled to the screen. And that pitch just misses for 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that misses outside for ball 2. Here comes the 2-1. Then we go to 2-2. Oh, I'm sorry, 3-2. All right, full count here. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. All runners going to be running on the pitch. We're going to stay on this wide shot. Sorry that net's in the way, but we can see all the base runners. We can see home plate. And there's a swinging strike 3. Well, that was pretty clutch. 2 outs needed by the Firecrackers to prevent the Gators from getting the bases loaded, any of those runners across. We move now into the top of the 5th inning. It's the Firecrackers 1, Gators 8 here on the Florida Softball Network. It's the top of the 5th in this 90-minute game. This is more than likely the last at-bats here for the Firecrackers, their last opportunity. They need to grab 7 runs to tie, 8 to go ahead, with the Gators up 8-1. Well, to start things off here for the Firecrackers is going to be Carcefaro. Avelo Fitzgerald working the circle on 52 pitches. And her 53rd there was a strike. So Carcefaro now here with an 0-1 count. And this is outside to bring it to 1-1. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that's going to get hit over towards the right side. Second baseman grabs it there. And Kinsley throws to Haley to record the first out here of the top of the 5th. So the hit there from Carcefaro over to the second baseman records the first out. That pitch is going to get fouled back, with the batter being Morgan now, who's 0 for 1 today. And here comes the next pitch to Morgan, which is going to go over this into center field. So a little choppy single there, and that's all it takes. And the Firecrackers now have a runner on with 1 out. So here comes the next batter for the Firecrackers, who swings at the first pitch for strike 1. So number 3, Cameron steps back in on an 0-1 count. And the next pitch from Avelo misses high. And a nice snag there by Peyton. And the count goes 1-1. Now it's going to miss low and inside. Going to make it past Peyton. Gets over to the left side of the backstop and allows Morgan to advance over to second base. So now the Firecrackers with a runner in scoring position with 1 out. Well, the timer just went off, so we're going to finish the inning here, which means that the Firecrackers with 2 outs have a lot of work to do here. But a runner now in scoring position. And that one's going to get hit right over to the first baseman, Haley, who grabs it to record the second out.
on, Roy, right here.
All right, Alstead comes up to bat, fouls the first one off to the right side to bring the count to 0-1. No balls, 1 strike here, and 2 outs. Runner at second base. Fitzgerald on 62 pitches. Here comes her 63rd. And that goes just high for a ball. And the count goes even to 1-1. And a swing and a miss for strike 2. All right, Gators just 1 strike away from taking their first win of the day, playing a total of 2 games. Second game going to be immediately following. We'll have to switch fields. And there is a looking strike 3, and that ends the ball game. All right, so the Gators take the first game of the day by a score of 8-1 over the Firecrackers. McCoy, we're going to switch fields. We'll be right back to you. We thank you very much for watching the Florida Softball Network. Now, a great time to subscribe if you haven't done so yet. If you enjoyed this game, give it a like so others know, hey, this is a fun game to watch. And we will be right back to you shortly. If you're watching these on the library, go ahead and switch over. You can do that now. No need to even wait. But otherwise, if you're watching live, we'll be back to you in just a few minutes. Thanks again for watching FSN, your Florida Softball Network.